Hello everyone. Again here we are to study the chapter motion and time. As you all know that it is the second lecture. In the previous lecture we have read about the motion and different types of motion. In this lecture we come to know about slow and fast, speed, units of speeds, and then uniform and non-uniform motion and the measurement of speed. We will also know the instruments. We also come to know about the instruments which used to measure the distance and which used to measure the speed. Clear? So these all things we come to know. Let's start the first topic, that is slow and fast. Students, how we can consider that the given if something is moving, then how we can consider that it is moving slow or fast? Basically there are two ways. First, if we are comparing the two substances, suppose there are two car A and car B. If we are comparing these two cars, we can say that the car which is moving with the high speed or fast speed, it can be considered as the fast, and the car which is moving with the slow speed, it is considered as the slow. How we come to know about that it is moving fast or it is moving slow? Suppose the 15 minutes, in 15 minutes car A travels 15 kilometers and car B travels 10 kilometers. Now it is very simple. You can easily say that the car A having the fast motion and car B is moving with slow motion. Clear? Means if we are going to define with comparing with the two moving objects, so we can say that in given particular time, in the given time or in given or in a particular time, if one substance is covering the more distance in compared to the other one, the previous one substance is called as the, it is having the fast motion, and the second one will be said as the it is having the slow motion. So this is though about if we are comparing the two objects. But if we are talking about the single object, suppose car A, we have to compare know that the car A is moving with slow or fast. So we can take the two different time zones, and in that the total distance travel we can compare that. Suppose car A in 15 minutes, first it travels 10 kilometer. Clear? And in next 10 minutes it travels, in next 15 minutes we can say that in next 15 minutes it travels only 5 kilometer. Clear? Now so we can say that car A first time it moves with the fast motion, and the second time it moves with the slow motion, because it travels only 5 kilometer in 15 minutes and previously it travels 10 kilometer in 15 minutes. So in this way we can say that the object is moving slow or fast. Means the same thing that we have to measure, that is distance and time. In the particular time, how much distance it is covered. Clear? So in simple words, the distance covered by an object in a fixed interval of time helps to know whether the object is moving fast or slow. The object that shows fast motion is said to have that higher speed, while the other one is slow motion if it has the slow speed. Clear? Now the next thing, that is speed. All of you are very familiar with this term. All the time when we talk about any vehicle, train, aeroplane, helicopter, we always talk about the speed also. So what is speed? A distance. Speed is just the distance traveled by the object in the unit time. Means if you are talking about the speed, we can say that the total distance covered into the given time, that will be calculated as the speed of any vehicle. Now the example is given here. If a car covers a distance of 10 kilometers in 1 hour, see here distance is given and time is also given. Distance is 100 kilometer and time is 1 hour. A bus covers distance 50 kilometer. Again the distance of bus is 50 kilometers in 1 hour. Okay. here time is given, then the speed of car is more than the speed of bus. How we can consider that the speed of car? So if we are talking about this, first we have to calculate the speed, and this is the formula of speed. As you can see that the formula, this you have to learn. Okay, the formula of speed is the total distance covered upon time taken. Clear? The total distance covered by car is 100 kilometer and time taken was 1 hour. So what will be the speed? 100 kilometer per hour, means it covers in 1 hour 100 kilometers. Clear? In the similar way, if we are going to talk about the speed of bus, it travels 50 kilometers in 1 hour. So what will be the speed of bus? It will be 50 kilometer per hour. Clear? So in this way, again I just want to repeat that the speed is the total distance covered by the vehicle in the given time. This will be the speed. Alright, now when we study about speed, we always come to know about the two terms, that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion? If the speed of an object is constant, it is said to be uniform motion. Okay, how we can say that the speed of the object is constant? The simple, we can say that if car A, let's see that if we are suppose we have taken the example of car A. Okay, car A travels 15 kilometers in 15 minutes. 1 hour we can say that. Again here I am going to write, means car A travels 15 kilometer in 1 hour. Okay, then what is the speed of car? It will be 15 kilometer per hour. Now again car A travels 30 kilometer in 2 hours. What will be the speed then? 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15 kilometer per hour, means the speed of car is constant. Okay, so that we can say that the car is moving with the uniform motion. All right, or we can say that if the car is just covering the same distance in the given particular time, it is, we can say that it is just moving with the uniform motion, means in the 1 hour it travels 15 kilometer, in next 2 hours it travels 30 kilometers, means next 1 hour also it travels the 15 kilometers only. In 3 hours it travels the 45 kilometer, means in third hour it travels 15 kilometers. So in this way, in each hour it travels only 15 kilometers. That's why the speed of car is always 15 kilometer per hour. In this way, the speed is always constant for car A. That's why car A always travels with the constant speed. Clear? Or uniform motion it has. Now, come to the non-uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? If the speed of an object keeps changing, it is said to be non-uniform motion. Now, just take the example of car B. How we can say that car B has the non-uniform motion? Suppose car B travels 15 kilometer in 1 hour. Okay, what will be the speed then? 15 kilometer per hour. Clear? In next hour, means it travels 20 kilometer in 2 hours. Then calculate the speed. 20 upon 2 is equal to 10 kilometer per hour. Now you can see here, first time the speed was 15 kilometer per hour. Now it has 10 kilometer per hour. Okay, speed is changing here. As well as you can see that first hour it travels 15 kilometer and second hour it travels 20 kilometer. Means in the second hour, if we are talking about the first hour 15 kilometers, second hour it just travels only 5 kilometers. That's why in second hour, in overall 2 hours it travels the 15 kilometers. So in each hour it travels the different distance. That's why we can say that it has the non-uniform motion. Simply, if the object, if the vehicle or if the moving object travels has the different speeds, that speed is changing, that we can say that it has the non-uniform motion. Clear? Now the next is measuring speed. How we measure the speed? As you can see that here example is given. The speed of an object can be measured if we know the distance covered by the object. First of all, if we are going to measure the distance, we have to find two things. Suppose we have to measure the speed, so we have to know that distance as well as time. Means both things we have to know, distance and time. If we know distance and time, we can calculate the speed. Okay, so let's see. The example is given here. A distance covered by 10 kilometer. So distance is given here is 100 kilometer. Time taken, time is also given, that is 2 hours. Okay, now speed, if you have to calculate, what is the formula of speed? Is equal to distance upon time. Distance is given here 100 kilometer and time is given here 2 kilometer. That will be 50 kilometer per hour. This is the speed. Okay, so in this way we used to calculate the speed. But student, one thing I must you remind that always whenever you are going to calculate the speed, always see the units, because sometimes just for making confusion in your mind, in the examination or anywhere the units are changed. Suppose the units are given in kilometer and time is given in second, so you must be aware that either you have to convert this kilometer into meter or this second into hour, because whenever we have to write the speed, whenever we have to find the speed, we always write into the kilometer per hour or meter per second. Means the both units should be into the same form. It will be kilometer per hour or it will be meter per second. It never comes into the kilometer per second or meter per hour. If you are calculating in this way, your answer will be always wrong. So just take care of it always. One more thing I just want to tell you, when you are going to calculate the speed, sometimes the question here the speed is asking, sometimes speed is already given in the question. Okay, suppose speed is given 250 kilometer per hour and time is also given, that is 25 hour, and it is asking about distance. So just put the value of speed and time in the given formula, you will get the time distance. Otherwise sometimes speed is given and distance is given and it is asking time. Same again, you have to just put the value of speed and distance, you will get the value of time. But again I'm repeating, must be aware that the unit should be always in either kilometer per hour or meter per second. Sometimes it is asking to you to convert the speed from kilometer per hour to the meter per second, so that the numerical problems we will solve into the next lecture when we are solving the numerical problem. But right now we have to just see the theoretical part of this chapter, so let's see that. Clear? Now the next one is units of speed and time. Both things, as I have told you already, that these two things should be always in your mind. The basic unit of time is second and the larger unit of minutes per and hour. But when we are calculating the speed, we should write the meter per second or kilometer per hour. In the same way, the basic unit of meter speed is meter per second, or the large unit of speed is kilometer per hour. Means these two things. So if anybody is asking about you the unit of speed, you can give both the answer. Clear? The standard unit, if you are talking about the standard unit of speed, it is always meter per second. Clear? Now the next one is Speedometer and odometer. What is speedometer? Speedometer is a device which is used to measure the speed of the vehicles. In the bike only you can see it easily, it is there. Odometer also is present in the nowadays the bikes are very stylish, so in these the speedometer and odometer both are placed, you can see them also. Clear? So odometer is a device which is used to measure the distance covered by this vehicle, and speedometer is a device which is used to measure the speed. Don't be confused, again I'm repeating, speedometer measure speed and odometer measure distance. Clear? So this is all about today's lecture, and hope you understood all the things. And for better understanding I just advise you to read the book properly, and if you have any confusion in the doubt clearing class, again you can ask to me. Till then just prepare your notes, do your homework, as well as just watch these videos and read your book. You will be able to know all the things, your doubts will be clear. So I think it's enough for today. Have a good day, students. Thank you.